Baik, Sidang Kemuncak Kesihatan Planet 2024 atau Planetary Health Summit and 6th Annual Meeting baru sahaja membuka tirainya secara rasmi pada Selasa, yang mana ia menghimpunkan pakar pelbagai bidang serta komuniti global yang memperjuangkan kelestarian alam dan kesejahteraan sejagat. Memasuki hari kedua, sidang bertemakan From Evidence to Action Confronting Reality ini diteruskan dengan pelbagai pengisian dan pembincangan menarik dalam mencari penyelesaian berkaitan cabaran-cabaran terbesar manusia. Bersama rakan tugas Nickyson Nyambar yang membawakan laporan PHAM 2024 langsung dari Universiti Sunway ketika ini. Silakan Nicky.
Terima kasih rakan tugas di Pusat Penyiaran Asia di Bukit Jalil. Ya betul, saya berada di Universiti Sunway yang mana saya mengikuti PHAM 2024 Planetary Health Summit and 6th Annual Meeting yang mana menggunakan tema From Evidence to Action Confronting Reality, iaitu bukti disusuli dengan tindakan mendepani realiti. Itu apa yang berlangsung di Sunway University ini, yang mana para cendekiawan, pakar-pakar dari pelbagai bidang dan juga komuniti global yang memperjuangkan kelestarian alam berkumpul di Sunway University ini. Dan untuk makluman semua, ini merupakan kali pertama ia dianjurkan di rantau Asia Tenggara, dan Malaysia sebenarnya diberi peluang untuk menjadi tuan rumah bagi PHAM 2024. Namun tak lengkap sebenarnya acara ini kalau kita tak menemu buah salah seorang pakar yang terlibat dalam sidang kemuncak ini. Kalau boleh kita nak alu-alukan seorang individu yang sangat berpengalaman, having 20 years of vast experience in her field, especially in planetary health. Beliau datang daripada Washington DC, Amerika Syarikat. Kita bawakan Dr. Mary Strader. Thank you for joining us today.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, maybe how's your stay so far in Malaysia, and today is the second day of the program. What do you think of it? And
it's been fantastic, and I want to say thank you so much to Malaysia for hosting this, and especially to the Sunway University and the Sunway Center for Planetary Health. My entire team is here, and we are really enjoying the lovely welcome that we have received here in Malaysia. The second day of the conference is going very well. We've had an incredible launch to this conference, and I'm so glad everyone is here.
Since this program is actually bringing together policy makers, industry leaders, academic experts, and civil society to discuss global planetary issue, what can be expected at the end of the program that we all can get?
Yes, well, thank you for asking that question. And I'd also like to say that I think planetary health is a universal concept and a universal framework. So all of us are connected, and we rely on the Earth systems to provide everything for us, including our well-being. So it's this conference being held in Asia is really important since Asia is a global powerhouse of innovation, of economies, and of scholarship. And what we are coming out of here is a roadmap and global action plan for planetary health that gives us guidance in 4 areas of how to work across in governance, in communications, in education, and working with the private sector. And if you'd like to give me a few examples, so there are already some work underway and things that will progress over the next year into 18 months until the next annual meeting, are areas such as developing planetary health metrics by which we can measure how well the planet is doing and how well our health is within the context of those Earth systems. And that work is starting with Sunway Center for Planetary Health and the Pacific Disaster Center and others joining in to try to really understand and develop those integrated metrics. Another is around education. So how do we bring planetary health concepts into curriculum? The Sunway Center here is already having a mandatory course for undergraduates in planetary health, which is a great start. And at the Alliance, the Planetary Health Alliance, we're looking about how do we integrate planetary health into nursing, medical, and public health curricula, as well as engineering, economics, and so on. Another area of work that's happening is really in governance, and how do we unify and bring together or integrate work across all systems. So, for example, how do ministries of health, education, environment, and finance all work together on a similar outcome? So there are these kinds of guidances that are already being discussed and already started to be worked on.
taking all those into account, what do you think of our Malaysia National Transformation Plan, especially in the net zero objective, the vision by 2050? Are we on the right track? And Asia region generally, taking into all these accounts, world conflicts nowadays, are we heading towards more comprehensive, sustainable future?
So there are two questions, I think, in there. One was about maybe the 12 Malaysia plan, which articulates commitment to net zero. And then the other is, in general, are we on the right track for a sustainable world? So in terms of the action plan, I'm not from this wonderful country, so I really can't talk about it in specifics, but in general, you know, we really need to move from we need to decarbonize and
into global perspective.
Into global, right. So in a global perspective, it's absolutely where we need to go is decarbonization, and you know, I think that it's not only for the health and well-being of people, but it's for the stability of the natural systems upon which we depend. And also this in the recent UNFCCC COP, you know, it was the transition away from fossil fuels was really indicated as an important step, and so that's really an indication that this must happen. What I want to say with respect to that, we're on a great track in terms of renewable energy. You know, we see an exponential growth in the ability to uptake renewable energy, and we really need to continue to move forward with that. With the greater question of are we on a sustainable track for the future, the answer is no. So we need to redouble all of our efforts, but not only with decarbonization. We need to think about the natural world, the biodiversity, and the loss of biodiversity. How do we change that around so we have a thriving natural systems, thriving planet? We also need to think about, you know, food security and how do we feed people? How do we give people back their dignity and the ability to have a livable future, not only for us, but what we're really talking about is our future generations.
We're talking about human being, well-being.
Well-being, right, and intergenerational equity, but also for all species, because we cannot be here and thriving without all of our natural systems and without all of the biodiversity that's around us. So, but we need clean water, we need clean air, we need ways to produce food for everyone. We need nutritious food. We need equitable societies, because right now there's a big difference in how there are marginalized populations around the world, and we know that those impacts are disproportionate. And really it's that concept of if one of us is not well, none of us is well.
Of course, those are the things that are very important that we need to work on, and we need to create a space that is harmonized for not just human, but also for the any single living things on this earth. Because we only have, like yesterday, the quote that I like is, we only have one planet. There's no planet B, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so we need to take care of that. So thank you, Dr. Mary Schrader, for joining us at this hour. Lagi banyak lagi kita akan bawakan selepas ini. Saya pun baru berada di salah satu program yang dianjurkan sekarang ini, sedang berlangsung di dalam, dan selepas ini juga ada satu lagi program menarik, iaitu berkenaan dengan artificial intelligence ataupun kecerdasan buatan. Lebih banyak lagi berita akan saya bawakan dari Sunway University untuk anda penonton Astro Awani. Teruskan bersama kami, namun kembali dulu ke Pusat Penyiaran Asia